But yeah, get back to that. Co-op campaign, some of the levels, apparently there's an earthquake level where 7-story buildings will collapse. I mean, a number of 7-story buildings will collapse, so that's going to be quite a sight to see. Battlefield 3 will be running the Frostbite 2 engine, which will allow more destructibility, better lighting, better sound, that sort of stuff. Which, yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. Dragging your fallen comrades, it's another thing that's going to be in there. Drag him into cover, get him healed up. I think they really need to look into a team speak. But then again, you're always going to have the douchebags, you know, like Call of Duty, when you get into that, and you've got kids in the lobby going, fucking rant and rave and just making sounds. I think you're going to need a very, very easy to use mute option. For a lot of players, they have an open lobby that you can talk to your teammates with. But even if it was just your squad leaders of each squad, you know, you could press a button on the directional pad or whichever to talk to the other guy that's leading the other squad. You know, I could flank this way, I could flank that way. I think I mentioned that in another video too. That would be an option that I would love to see. But then again, you'd also have to have a mute option, because you just gotta have douchebags doing that, you know, just bullshit all the time. But yeah, that's kind of the stuff I'd like to see. I'm not sure if jets will be on console. I'm guessing they will be, I just don't know. I read in the Game Informer article that they're having a bit of an issue with balancing the jets out, so that they're not crossing the map in 2 seconds. They want to slow them down enough so they can still be a jet, but still be able to turn and fight on the map and not be just flying around at ballistic speeds. So I don't know if console, if the map sizes are different between console and PC, then I can't really see a jet being on there. I mean, unless they really slow it down to like 1943 speeds, which, you know, they could do, I guess, but then would it really be a jet? I'm just hoping for a lot of different helicopters and all that sort of stuff. A few more vehicles like the Striker. The Striker vehicle would be great to have in there. Chopper wise, I'd love to see the MH6E Little Bird. You know, guys on the side rails and all that. I think I mentioned that in the video before, but that is like my real big hope that that's in there. Usually those things don't pan out when you kind of wish for that sort of thing, but it would just be good if it was. Yeah, there are going to be more unlocks than in Bad Company 2 for weapons and that, so it's going to be real good to have a fresh set of weapons to play around with. It'd probably have the good old favourites in there. Maybe not. I just hope they have a lot of maybe real world, maybe even experimental weapons that are on the drawing boards at the moment, because it is set in 2014. So maybe, you know, a couple of weapons that haven't quite been, you know, put into production, but they can put them out there in the game to have a look at. Now remember, very soon we're going to have our first look at Battlefield 3 at the gaming conference, developers conference that they're having. I think it's in San Francisco, San Diego, one of those two, which, you know, I won't be going to because it's fucking America, but I'm in Australia and I don't feel like spending 24 hours on a fucking plane. Not really 24 hours, but well, I think it's like 17 and a half or something like that. It's quite a haul. Let's say that much. It will be a very exciting day, and I'm kind of wondering whether they'll give us some beta release information that day. But I know they're going to give us a look and a bit of information, like, you know, confirmed information from the developers. So any more speculation is pretty much redundant when in a month or so, well, less than a month now, we're going to know exactly what we want to know. For the most part, you know, there will be still stuff I guess they'll keep under wraps. I'm guessing we'll see a gameplay trailer, probably more of campaign than multiplayer, maybe multiplayer. Yeah, you see what I mean, mate? It's pretty much just speculation. I mean, I have no real concrete information. There's a Game Informer article, but they were kind of a bit vague on certain aspects. Yeah, they want to keep a lot of stuff to themselves, so, you know, we're all surprised when it does come out. Which, you know, that's good, mate. I want a good surprise. pretty much the only reason I brought Medal of Honor was to get the beta key for Battlefield 3. As soon as I saw that was being offered, thought, you know, I'll get the game, have a look at it and that, but I know I won't really be playing it that much. I tried to get into it, but it just wasn't the same for me. I think a lot of the players seem to drift away after a couple of weeks. I went into a game, I think it was at least 2.5 months ago, and there was like 10 people playing Hot Zone, which I can't believe I paid $10 for. You know, I just can't believe I wanted to have a look at it, so I thought I'd get it. You know, I can't really comment on it unless I've had a look at it. But I never really got to play it because there just weren't enough people. Like, that's kind of the way that game went. The servers just seemed to get smaller and smaller and smaller, and then you probably still got a few die-hard players that are still in there playing it. But I think it's probably in the 5, maybe 6,000 people alone are playing that game. And, you know, more power to them if they're enjoying the hell out of it, but I just couldn't get into it, mate. Doesn't really compare to Bad Company. But, you know, I've still got it sitting on my gaming shelf here with the beta keys sitting inside, waiting for the day where I can enter that and get into Battlefield 3. I just hope they have a real nice level for us to play. It's because Port Valdez for the demo of Bad Company 2 wasn't the best choice. They had a Rika on the PS3 beta. I think that would have been better for the demo, because Port Valdez is, once you played that, you know, probably 200 times or whatever on the demo, once you got into it in the full game, it was like, oh fuck, man. I've cranked this map so much over the last few weeks, I could not be fucking bothered playing it. One of those maps, mate, where it's just, oh, I've seen that, no this, choke point that, it's just, so yeah, getting in the hind right now and popping my smoke as soon as I hopped in, just to confirm I had it on. But I really do fuck up in the hind here. I just wasn't thinking at this point. I was kind of like, get in there, fucking blue guys, you fucks. Easy way to bring down B though, on a lot of the bases, just use the hind, sit back here and fucking whack it. See, I got locked and I should have deployed, but it was already too late. He had the rocket up. But I think I actually might have avoided that rocket, but we're all moving in now, so I thought, fuck it, blow the chopper up so they can't have it. Yeah, my crew and I try to get in there, mate. We're just fighting for our fucking lives right now. If you've been watching, you would have seen the cuts where I've taken out the spawn screen and that. You probably would have seen a few of those by now. Some of the blue guys are starting to move in with us and get in there and get the crates. I do like it sometimes where it's not our squad doing all the work. You know, we can kind of sit back and kind of direct the flow of the match a little. You know, try to pin them down here so they're focused on us and our guys can move in. That's where the squad speak between the squad leaders would come in very handy. You could just shout out to your other squad leader, look mate, we got them pinned over here. They're coming for us big time. There's like, you know, half the team's already on us. Why don't you guys make your move onto the crate now and we'll get in there. It's the kind of thing you need, I reckon. Is the lack of communication sometimes can be very detrimental to the game. It makes it a very difficult game to play sometimes, especially if you're by yourself playing this game. I really feel for you, dude. If you're in a squad with randoms with no communication, it's fucked, dude. It really is tough. I've done it myself. It's no fun. That's why typically when I join a game by myself now, I just run by myself, because I'm not going to be able to talk to the guys. I'm not going to be able to say, look, you know, here, there, wherever. I'm just going to have to make my own way through the map. The last Atacama I put up, it was like that. I just made my own way through. Have a look at this sneaky bastard. They're sitting there waiting for me. Fucker. We all know he's there now, but he's still there. He stayed there. Like, fuck you. I think Apache ended up getting him, but they got each other. I would have had him with a 40mm shotty at that range, but it just would have been fucked. Get Apache up there. Thanks for the kit, mate. You're a big help. This base here, if you get in there quick enough, you're going to catch a lot of them running out their tanks. You know, they really are. I don't know why they do it. A tank is truly the best defense you could have in this last base. Having a few guys in there is not really going to cut it once they start bringing their tanks up. If you keep your tanks back behind the crates and just wait for them to bring their tanks up, you can ambush the hell out of them. You don't have to bring it out, try to get them in their spawn and shit. That kind of jumped a bit there, didn't it? But see, we're just running in, mate, because they're all running out. Nobody's here. By the time you get maybe 5-6 kills in the spawn area, there's going to be 3 or 4 guys in your base lighting your crates, and then you've got to make your way all the way back. And by the time you get down to the spawn, they're going to have engineers ready for you. They're going to see you coming from a mile away. I don't know how I lost this battle right here. Just stupid. I don't know. See, we're in here, mate. We're trying to stop them. See that fucking sneaky bastard sitting up there. Oh my god. Yeah, I was fucked either way. But see, we've got A crate. A crate's gone. You know, no worries. All done. And that was within, what, 3 minutes of taking the last base. It's not something that should have happened if they kept their tanks inside their base. So I kind of shouldn't have tried to stand toe to toe with tanks. Sometimes I just don't think, you know, when I'm playing. Got a nice little double right there though, off the spawn. Poor bastard just spawned on him though. The other guy I killed. So I shouldn't be able to do this. I shouldn't be able to run around in here. There should be a tank parked right fucking there behind B. You know, with a gunner in there, he should be able to see me, no worries. There is one there, but it's just, you know, he's not focused on the crate. Best place to set up when you've lit the crate is behind it. You know, make sure you cover your left and right, but it's a good place to set up. Keep an eye on it. See, if I didn't jump over that box, then I doubt I would have had that guy, and he probably would have disarmed the crate, and I would have been back in there arming it. Yeah, you see the rapid movement I got going, I fucking like shit myself, dude. I was thinking, yeah, they're gonna come along any second, kill me and just fuse the crate. And no, you're fucking not. We won. So there you go, mate. That's a Atacama done. Gonna give Atacama a bit of a break, for a while. Won't be seeing too many more of those. I've put a few of them up. So there you go. I wasn't too sure how it'd work out with the music and that. I hope it didn't piss too many people off with it being on in the background. I've tried to keep it low enough. There we go, 51-27. Died quite a few, but I got quite a few as well. We ended up winning in the end too. That's all that pretty much matters. Yeah, the defense kind of fell apart for them at the end at that last base. Wasn't too hard for us to get that last set of crates. So yeah, there's the points there, 6,175. Bit of a fucking slog. I'll catch us again next time, and thanks for watching.